If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you hate my videos, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Nicki Minaj puts the Barbz on Timeout, and Mo3 gets arrested at Yella Beezy's concert. Plus, Drake links up with King James. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so y'all can see there, right? Nicki Minaj dropped 2 tweets yesterday, right? And she's like, y'all, right? With the laughing emoji and then a crying emoji. And then she's like, the Barbz are on timeout, right? So all of this is because a hashtag started trending called Write a Rap, right? On Twitter and Instagram. So I'm seeing it, I'm like, okay, cool. They talking about write a rap. That's dope, yo. Yeah, everybody's gonna write a rap now. Yo, that's fire. That's trending. But it wasn't for everybody to write a rap. It's not like, yo, let me hear your rhymes, right? A rap, you know, and that'll be cool, right? But it was all geared towards Cardi B, right? Which is crazy because Nicki Minaj hasn't said anything about Cardi B in a very long time, and Cardi B hasn't said anything about Nicki Minaj. Both of their careers are going in 2 different directions. Both of them are huge. Cardi B's on her way to being a legend, you know, years from now. Nicki Minaj is already a legend, and it's not even fair to compare the two. I mean, one's been in the game for 10 years, one's been in the game for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That's like comparing Future and Nas, you feel me? But just because both of them are like top female rappers, people like to compare them against each other. And also, yeah, they did have a little beef, right? You know, Cardi B threw her shoe at Nicki Minaj and ended up getting lumped up by some security like a year or 2 ago at the Met Gala or some gala. I don't think it was the Met Gala, but whatever, right? But ever since then, ever since they almost got into a physical fight, you know, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have really kind of stayed away from each other, and they're both doing their own thing in their own lane, and they're both fire, right? But the fans, they like to put Cardi B and Nicki Minaj against each other all the time, right? So, you know, the other day, Bernie Sanders sits down with Cardi B, and it's crazy, right? And this went viral, and everybody's talking about it. And Bernie Sanders went and got one of the top, forget about female rappers, he went and got one of the top rappers in hip-hop, period, to sit down with. It's great that Cardi B loves and respects Bernie Sanders already because they can link up, they could do their thing. Cardi B can help him with his campaign and also get the person that she really does want to see in the White House, right? So that was cool. It was trending. But I guess the Barbz, not Nicki Minaj, but the Barbz, her fan base kind of felt like they were losing some kind of imaginary, you know, war or something like that, because then they decide to go in on Cardi B and they're like, well, yeah, just don't forget, I don't care how big you get or how, you know, you sitting down with Bernie Sanders or whatever it is, let's not forget that you don't write your own rhymes, right? And then everybody starts going in and going in and going in. And I mean, the Barbz got it to go viral. I mean, they got it to start trending on the trending topics on Twitter. Write a rap, write a rap, write a rap. And if you click on it, oh my God, it's like, it's really disgusting, right? And I love Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj is in my top 5 rappers, period. Forget about female rappers. Nicki is in my top 5, right? And this is no hate against Nicki because that's one of my favorite rappers ever, period, right? But it was crazy the way that they was like getting at Cardi B and like calling her all kind of names and like using like the most beautiful picture of Nicki Minaj and then putting it right next to doing a split screen of Cardi B with like no makeup on and maybe just woke up, because you know Cardi B sometimes jumps on Instagram without makeup or nothing and just like talks, you know, because that's Cardi B. She wants to let y'all know like she's a real one and she's like from the mud, you know. And so they put those 2 pictures together and they're like, it's no comparison. Look how they look next to each other. I mean, it was like crazy, right? To the point where Cardi B had a show last night and they had to cancel it. So Cardi B says, "Dear Indiana people, I'm sorry for today. I would like to let you know that I was at the venue and I was even rehearsing a new move and I've been excited to do it on my show. Unfortunately, there was a security threat and that is currently being investigated right now. My safety and your safety is first," right? So literally, right, less than an hour before Cardi B was supposed to go on, right, they had to cancel the entire show over security threats, right? And I don't know if this directly really had anything to do with the Barbz, or maybe this was like some kind of radical extremist that was like, okay, you want to get into politics now? Well, we're pro-Trump. I don't know what it was, right? But all I know is that it was either one or two of those things, and now, you know, Cardi B had to cancel her show and then reschedule it for a later time, right? And this is crazy, right? Because now it's messing up the bag and all of that, right? And so yeah, Nicki Minaj was right that she had to come out and be like, listen, Barbz, y'all on timeout. Like, listen, it's cool, right? It's cute. You could be a super fan. And I mean, they were like, we stand for Nicki Minaj, and we get it, you know what I'm saying? And that is all good. And I love Nicki, and that's one of my favorite rappers too. And I support all of that, right? But when it's like, you know, Cardi B can't even really get her money, and you know, she got to start canceling shows, and you know, she's fearing for her safety and the safety of her fans and everything like that, I feel like it's getting like a little out of hand, you know what I'm saying? So for now, the Barbz are on timeout, and I hate to see this. Like, I don't want to see like two sisters fighting. I don't want to see like two New York rappers fighting. I don't want to see like two women fighting. Like, that's all of that, right? It's crazy, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below.
Mo3? Yeah, sir. Oh, this your phone. This is phone, sir. Okay, that's his phone. Nah, sir, I ain't got no weapons on me. Yeah, sir. Yeah. Hold on to your phone, all right? The reason why you didn't contact me, he might have some warrants out for you, man. Nah, sir, I ain't got no warrants. You got any ID on you? What happened? Like I said, the reason why you contacted me, you got some warrants out for you. I don't have no whipping on my supposed to be on the show. All right, just be detained for now, all right? Go get your ID. Okay.
Hang tight. Come on, man. I don't want these cuffs to hurt you, bro. So.
I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, what? I was on the show. What happened? I ain't doing nothing on my phone.
Hey, just send it to me. I don't want you to do something, okay?
Okay. What's your first name, sir? Never know. No boats? N-O-B-L-E. N-O-B-L-E.
No S? No S. Let go of your hands, dude.
Your first name is?
Let go of your hands. Let go of your hands. There we go.
Okay, what's your birthday?
Yeah, his fingers. Fingers gonna fall
Hey,
out.
what's your birthday?
May 33rd.
May 31st?
1992.
That's your real birthday?
They're both locked now. They are now. Okay. Alright. Hey, come right over here. Just lean up against this one. Here, turn this way.
I'm on the show. I ain't did nothing. I'm on the show.
Just stay right there.
I ain't did
You're
nothing.
not in the show, dude. You're not.
Everybody get this stuff out. Alright, yo, so Mo3, right? He's a rapper from Dallas, right? He's up and coming, right? But I wouldn't say like he's up and coming because he's pretty popular in Dallas, right? And you know, Yella Beezy is from Dallas too. And the whole situation is, and I really think that the bottom line here is kind of jealousy and envy when it comes to the beef between Mo3 and Yella Beezy, right? Because Yella Beezy, Mo3 was doing his thing in Dallas a little bit before Yella Beezy. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? But then Yella Beezy came out of nowhere and blew up, you know, and blew way past Mo3 and became super popular, right? When he dropped that song All Me, right? He had T.I. on it, he had Jeezy on it, and it just blew up, right? Here's the thing, right? I love Yella Beezy, right? I think like he's one of these new dudes that's coming. He kind of reminds me of like a Boosie, you know, or like just a new and improved NBA Youngboy, right? Like if NBA Youngboy could stay out of jail, then that's Yella Beezy, right? So Yella Beezy had a show, and the show was supposed to go on, and the whole thing is that I don't know if Mo3 was supposed to be on the show or not, if he was supposed to go on before Yella Beezy, right? We don't know, but if the promoters knew what was going on, I don't think that they would book two rappers who have a little bit of tension, you know, to be on the same bill, but you never know. They might not care about that. They may just be trying to get their money, right? So the whole situation is that, you know, outside of the venue, I guess, you know, the cops were called, and we don't know who called the cops, cuffs, but they said that Mo3 wasn't supposed to be there and he was trying to walk into the front of the venue, right? And this is the thing, right? If you were supposed to be on the bill, then you would be coming through the back door or something like that. Y'all pull up in the parking lot, you be in your Sprinter or whatever like that. But here's Mo3 trying to walk through the front door, right? So the police come out of nowhere and they arrest him, right? They put him in handcuffs, as y'all can see, and they had him sitting there, right? I don't think that they took him off to like jail or anything like that, but they definitely put him in cuffs so they could figure out the situation that's going on, right? And then you got a whole situation with TrapBoy Freddy and Mo3, right? So TrapBoy Freddy is one of Yella Beezy's artists, right? And TrapBoy Freddy released some footage like back in February of 2019 of this year of Mo3 allegedly, you know, supposedly running from TrapBoy Freddy, right? And I really didn't see Mo3 running from TrapBoy Freddy, but I did see him like going around, you know, the back side of a car a little bit, like maybe trying to hide from TrapBoy Freddy or something like that. And so TrapBoy Freddy actually put that on his Instagram, right? And the whole situation is crazy because since I think the real beef started because TrapBoy Freddy and Mo3 had beef because Mo3 was jealous of Yella Beezy because Yella Beezy blew up before Mo3 out of Dallas when Mo3 seemingly was doing a lot of work before anybody ever heard of Yella Beezy, right? But I guess that just goes to your grind and it goes to how hard you're gonna work. You can't hate on another person's grind, right? Supposedly Mo3 made up some fake flyers and put his name on it and tried to get people to think that he was gonna be at that show that he got arrested at too, when really the show was only for Yella Beezy, right? I did a lot of research and I tried to look for the flyers and I couldn't find the flyers at all, so I don't think like fake flyers or even real flyers with Mo3 and Yella Beezy exist, right? But anyway, so after Mo3 got arrested, TrapBoy Freddy responded.
That's like me going in the show last week when I pulled up to the show and seen 30 troopers outside. Bro, you gotta use your dumb ass head, stupid ass criminal.
So TrapBoy Freddy is basically like, yo, you trying to ride our wave, right? You trying to act like you was down with us or that you was going to be on our bill so that you could, you know, get clout or get lit or whatever like that, right? And here's the thing, right? I do love and respect TrapBoy Freddy and Yella Beezy for not doing that, right? So their whole career, which hasn't, you know, really been that long because both of them are new rappers, but their whole career, you know, as far as I can see now, they're not with like the clout chasing, they not with, you know, trying to go viral on the Instagram and Twitter, anything like that. What they actually do is they let the music speak for themselves, right? TrapBoy Freddy and Yella Beezy are like two real street dudes, right? But they're from the South, and this is why I like it because they give like, you know, food to the kids on Thanksgiving, they giving bikes away or at Christmas. Like, they're dudes that are from the struggle that know how it feels, and I'm sure that both of them are just happy to not have to do that or go through that anymore, you know what I'm saying? And then you got, you know, Mo3, who I guess he kind of feels like, you know, TrapBoy Freddy and Yella Beezy stole his spotlight, and so now he's trying to do like these crazy like antics almost to try to get his name to be spoken about. And to be honest with you, it's working because I've talked about Yella Beezy a few times and I've never talked about I've never talked about Mo3, and today I am talking about Mo3 because he's done some crazy gimmicks and hijinks and went and got himself arrested at the beginning of the show or whatever, right? So Yella Beezy also responds.
Show your contracts. Everybody gotta have contracts when you getting paid for a show, or you niggas doing free shows. If you
Alright, so Yella Beezy has a point, right? He's like, if you was really on the flyer, right, and if you was really, you know, booked for the show, then show your contract. Also, you know, why are you walking through the front door and not the back door, which is what I was thinking, right? And it's funny because this is what I'm saying. Now we're getting into like the internet clout and hijinks and everything like that, because where TrapBoy Freddy responded and was kind of laughing a little bit about, you know, Mo3 getting, you know, at least put in handcuffs, even though I don't think he was hauled off to jail. And whereas Yella Beezy seems like he is very upset about the whole situation, and it's like, y'all just really trying to ride our wave and get clout off of us, and I'm pretty sure that you wasn't even on the bill anyway because you don't have any contracts. He's like, if you was on the bill, then show your contract, right? And then Mo3 actually responded.
The show if he in the building. I ain't gonna do the show if he's still here. I told y'all it was a problem. My son feared for his safety. Y'all need to get him out of here. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Okay, we're gonna hit him with trespassing. Sir, you have a warrant, sir. You're not supposed to be here. What? Well, I got a warrant. Oh, now I'm trespassing. Which one is it? Which one is it? I just can't do my show. Sir, you're not on the show since when? Since when I ain't on the show? Since when I ain't on the show? My name on the flyer. Oh, they took all the flyers down off their page. So now people saying he was never on the show. Oh yeah, you know I'm right. Y'all tune in, man.
All right, so he responds, right? And you see he's showing his chain right there, but next to the chain, you see a piece of paper, right? And so here's what I'm thinking, that he's showing his contract for the show, right? But he never, ever, during that rant that he did, says, yo, this is the contract, right? For all we know, that could be his cell phone bill, like we don't know, right? But he put it next to his chains as if to indicate and give the impression that that was his contract for the shows. I don't know, right? And if it was his contract for the show, then that means that he still needs to get paid because he was trying to go in there and they decided not to let him in, right? So according to Mo3, he's saying that Yella Beezy told the officers that, oh, he fears for his safety and he's not going to perform at all if Mo3 is in the building. So that's why they arrested him and locked him up, right? And the cops were saying, oh no, you're not going into no show. The show got canceled. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing is crazy, right? This kind of reminds me of like the Yo Gotti and Dolph situation, right? Two dudes from the same hood, they got, you know, street beef or whatever it is, but for Mo3 and Yella Beezy, I don't really see like what the origin of the beef really is, right? It's not like, you know, Mo3 slapped Yella Beezy's grandma, you know, it's not like Yella Beezy stepped on Mo3's daughter's toes or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's like really personal beef, you know? I think it's just like stupid, like hood jealousy, you know what I'm saying? And this is crazy because before long, this is gonna get blown out of proportion, right? And both of them are young brothers, right? Both of them are trying to do something else other than shoot guns and be in the street, right? Both of them are trying to go legitimate, right? And this is what I really want to see, right? I want to see them go legit. I don't want to see anybody fight or anything happen to any of these young men. So I think that they both need to cut this out and squash it like ASAP, right? So, you know, yesterday, actually, Vlad put out, from Vlad TV, put out an interview with Yella Beezy, asking Yella Beezy about the entire beef with Mo3 and him, and Yella Beezy said, oh, I don't know who Mo3 is. Like, what are you talking about? And then Vlad was like, he's the dude from your city. He's from Dallas. And Yella Beezy was like, bro, I don't know who you talking about. Like, I don't know any. I know all the rappers in Dallas, and I never heard of Mo3 before in my life, he said. And then he was like, and then Vlad was like, oh, because I thought you and Mo3 had beef. And he was like, I don't got no beef with no rappers in my city at all. I don't know what you're talking about, Vlad. Like, what are you saying? And that was it. And so Vlad was like, all right, man, so we just gonna leave it right there. And he didn't ask him no more questions about Mo3. But look, if they're gonna ignore each other and stay in their own lane, then that's cool. Like the kind of energy that Yella Beezy gave yesterday, that's cool, right? But just please, like, I would hate to see this get, you know, crazy. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, this is dope, right? Because Drake, he's out here doing power moves, right? And this is what these rappers are doing now, right? At least the big ones, right? The ones that have enough money to like invest in something, right? So, I mean, I think they all learning from Jay-Z. Like, he gave the blueprint already, right? So Meek Mill is doing it. DJ Khaled is doing it. Ricky Rose is doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got Drake doing it too, right? So Drake already loves the Raptors, right? You know, he's already like an ambassador for them. So now he's teaming up with LeBron James, and he invested in LeBron James's media company called Uninterrupted, right? But this is Uninterrupted Canada. So Uninterrupted here in the US is already going, it's already big, and he already has what's going on. But Uninterrupted Canada, Drake actually invested in it. So him and LeBron James are co-owners of it now, right? And it's a media company for sports figures, right? And so what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring like content, like interviews and, you know, just different videos, documentaries and things like that through for sports figures though, which is kind of dope because Drake and LeBron James teamed up like a couple years ago, maybe 2017, when they did that documentary for Vince Carter, right? So it's probably going to be like other things like that, but for Canadian sports figures, the Raptors, different hockey players, things like that, you know? And then it's also kind of reminiscent of, remember when LeBron James and Drake did like that whole barbershop thing after the Pusha T beef, when Drake was sitting down talking to LeBron James, like, yeah, they were interviewing each other, right? And he was like, yeah, you know, I might have to get somebody in Canada to put hands on him or something like that. And then Pusha T went to Canada and got hands put on him. Like, you know, that was crazy. But so it's probably going to be a lot of that, right? So maybe instead of, you know, LeBron James and Drake sitting down, maybe Drake will sit down with another basketball player and they'll interview each other too, or whatever the case may be. Or maybe LeBron James will do it, who knows? But this is dope, you know what I'm saying? This is how you keep your money growing for you. You know, let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane, that's Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.